Peace to everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in to this video. Look, so if you into spirituality or into consciousness, please stay tuned to this video because I got some facts that my higher self told me and wanted to give me to share to everybody. So the first thing I want to talk about is when every human is born, they descend from the fourth dimension. And every human is connected to an extraterrestrial race. So that means that every human, after they die, they will go to another planet. Everybody. So that means even if you was a good person, bad person, that don't matter. It's all about who you are. And now I want to talk about some humans are demons. They come from the second dimension. So just know that. And I want to talk about dimensions. Dimensions are separated by consciousness. Like more in the higher realms, like the seventh dimension are gods up there. And I will explain God a little bit later, but I want to explain that like higher dimensions and stuff are gods or elder gods and dragons and many things like that in the higher realms and stuff like that. So what do you mean that dimensions are separated by consciousness? Because they have a realization. They realize something in their mind that some people don't realize, or they follow a path of consciousness and righteousness that some people don't follow. So that's why they are in their dimensions and stuff like that. But you can rise yourself into a higher dimension in this life. Like you're in the third dimension, you're in earth, but you're connected to the seventh dimension, or you're connected to the eighth dimension and stuff like that by understanding that it's already an avatar or already a vehicle that's there, because this is just a vehicle that you're inside of. So you got to understand that. And I want to talk about outer space and space. So there's only two things out there in the world. It's only two creations out there. It's outer space and it's space. So me and explain it too. So space is just the world that holds all the dimensions in it. So every dimension is in space, like going all the way up to the 1,000th dimension, if you could really believe it. It's many dimensions, many galaxies, they call it, but I just call them dimensions for this video. So I really wanted to explain that, but what truly is outer space? Outer space is the overworld, and that's the world that separates from the ninth dimension and stuff like that, because the dimensions only go as high as 9. But it's other dimensions out there that's not really reconciled by numbers and stuff like that. They reconciled by a higher form of consciousness. So it's something that's higher than the ninth dimension, but it's already in the overworld and stuff like that. And I feel like the overworld just holds things. They don't hold the color black in the overworld. In the overworld and stuff, because black equals space, darkness. So when you really realize it, that space is just the color black, because you got to realize black is just a portal. Every color is a portal. So you got to really understand that. But in the overworld, or quote unquote outer space, there's no such thing as the color black. Like the gateway to space is the color black. So like if you want to enter space, then you see parts of the color black in the overworld. But mostly it's not just rainbow colors and stuff like that, because that's the first thing you really think of, like rainbow colors and stuff like that. But it's colors that is not in this third dimension, because if you really want to break down what the third dimension is, it's just a place full of abstract colors and stuff like that. It's really just a place of colors. So without the colors, what is it truly? So you got to really realize in the overworld, that's what's there. It's just it's just a place higher than the ninth dimension that has colors beyond this 3D world. And okay, now I want to talk about what God truly is. So God is just a title of consciousness you can achieve. So you could become a God in this life. We all are gods and goddesses out there. I feel like every person is. I mean, some people are demons and stuff like that. Some people are negative people and stuff like that. And they only came to the earth to be negative and produce hate and fear, because that's what they feed on and stuff like that. That's what a demon eats. They eat energy and stuff like that because they got to feed on something. But God is just a title of consciousness. So the G, it's an acronym. So the G equals genosis. And if you really look at the definition of genosis, that means awareness. So the G really explains it's the seer of the unseen real. So what is the unseen real? The unseen real is that you don't have to see it, but you know it's real. You know that these things are actually there. So that's why Einstein said the imagination is greater than knowledge. So the O represents the observer or the silent guardian, the one that protects the consciousness. Because most time your consciousness really is your consciousness has duality. It's awareness and consciousness that's active. Then it's the one that sits in silence. So it's just like anything here in this world. Like everything is moving because everything is vibrating at a certain molecule point, but everything is still at the same time. And the D represents development. This is just evolution or growth of your consciousness over time and stuff like that. So that's just 3 facts my higher self gave me. I wanted to put out there. Anybody that enjoyed this video, please comment and stuff like that and let me know what you think.